Hi friends, it's Janet. I'm coming at you with episode 281. If you are new here, this is a channel about cross stitch, so I hope you like what you see. Please subscribe, comment, and stick around. And if you are a returning friend, thanks so much for coming back to see me again this week. Opie is freshly from the groomer and he's kind of tired and chillaxed. He's not even showing his real personality because he's so tired. So he's gonna snuggle down and we're gonna get to busy. So he was groomed today. I am recording this video a little bit early because I am taking off and will not be here on my normal day that I record. So, but you're seeing it at the same time, so you don't really care, but I'm just sharing with you. I have Opie got some grooming done and some good time, and I did some self-care this week, so hopefully I remember to talk to you about that at the end, but you're here for cross stitch. So in my description box below, you'll find my Happy Mail form. As a reminder, if you haven't filled that out, that is what I use to send out just little Happy Mail cards, and sometimes I throw some other stuff in them, but I just randomly pull, and I appreciate you sharing that so that we can connect like that. Other friends are listed in there also of their stores that they have. I have a few friends that are getting ready for market, that have a big sale going on for the month of February. Athena has t-shirts going on still for the month of February if you missed her flash sale last weekend. So yeah, all the things going on there. I also, one of the things we love to do on here so much is, and when I say we, you guys give me the content and I share it. So is my featured friend. I am so excited to share Carol's Sir Thomas. You will see Sir Thomas right here. She says in the message to me that he doesn't look nearly as well in the picture as he does in person, and I would have to agree with that. I have seen Sir Thomas done in the past, and he sparkles like sparkles. So thank you very much for sharing that with us, Carol. I appreciate that so much. If you would like to have your stitching shared on here, please just send me an email at janetjabber@gmail.com, and that is where I just put it in the queue and I pull them out and share them on here. It seems to be a very a thing that everybody likes so much. So please just send it in. With that, we're gonna get into the fun that I have. I have so much fun stitching that I did this week, and pretty big chunks. So I had a really good week with no appointments and whatnot, but we'll talk about that personal stuff at the end. Opie got down, so you may hear some tip, but it is what it is. So the first thing I have to share with you is a finish that I did. It is Jukebox Stitcheries. I don't know if they still exist or not, but I got this from Kelly, Don't Run With Scissors. And so this is a finished little Quaker thing. It was, I think on the pattern, it showed it like on the top of a box. So I may like mount this to a book or something. I don't know. And I will always love you. And perfect finish for this month of February with so much love going on. One of the other things that I forgot to mention, and it probably won't be till the end of this month that I get to it because of the vacation, but I do have a Dr. Maya Angelou that I am going to stitch on for Black History Month. So that is in the queue. That hopefully is a finish when I get it pulled out. But I have some love stitching that I am like feeling called to, and I want to work on them. So the fun stitching I got into, I have my Queen of Freedom that I stitch on every single day. I try to do my 100 stitches a day. The goal for this is to have this finished when retirement happens. So this is what she will look like. This is a signed copy. I was fortunate to meet Nora Corbett at the Queen City Retreat, the very first one in 2023. And she signed that. But this is where my Queen of Freedom is. I was preparing for this upcoming vacation. And because of that, all of this is prepped for me to be able to just fill in during vacation. So yeah, and that's kind of a lot of what Nora's are. There's usually big chunks of colors. So that is what Miss Queen of Freedom is looking like. This, I don't have my tag on in here anymore. I guarantee you it's a color and cotton because when I started all my queens, they were on color and cottons. My next thing that I worked on is what I refer to as my seasonal stitch. I have done this for a few years now, that during the season I am stitching a piece. So the one I'm currently working on is Sampler Season Winter by Blueberry Ridge. I will hopefully do all of these all year long. It's on a 40 count. that I've already cropped off because it was kind of annoying having it, the big piece. But this is where I'm at on it. So I completed the border since I saw you last, and I started in on this little one that'll say winter in the middle, and we'll see where that gets to. This will, I'll talk to you at the end, but I'm not taking some of these stitches with me that I definitely do every day. We'll just see them later on this month. The next one that I've been working on, also because it was like a focus for me, the Always Love You, the one that I finished, was what I wanted to finish in February, plus my Dr. Maya Angelou. This one, I told you last time, I just didn't want to put away Winter Garden because I'm so close. I'm still so close, and I'm going to keep plugging away at it. This is also stitched on a 40 count, and this is where I'm at on it. Super close, I'm telling you. Like, there's just little, like, finishing off butterflies and the insides of these stars and the insides of the flowers. I really am close. But even as close as I am, I feel like it's still like 1,800 stitches, 1,600 stitches, something like that. But it's looking so good. So I have a couple pieces that I stitch, I'm touching every single month. I mentioned that to you last week for like my long dog, my long dog samplers, dog's declaration. And this is the other one that I'm touching every single month. And this is Christmas Gingerbread Village by Little Fox Stitching. And I am like clear up here. I've got the border done, but I'm really just concentrating on the top part of that house. So as a whole, this is it. And then to show you, basically I did the fence and those trees, and they're still not fully done. But that's what I did for, I try basically 300 stitches, I think is what I'm letting myself put in. So it's looking good, and it's on a opalescent fabric, so it looks like snow. One of my other pieces, because I do SammyJ's Whippagories, that's kind of what drives some of the variety in my stitching, is Modern Folk Embroideries, The River. And if you've been here before, you know I did a reimagine. I got rid of this up here, and I just put my name, but let me just show you. So this one, I think I got like 500 stitches in. I think this one was also Whipco, so I think it fell. So this is either Whippagories or Whipco. I don't know. I know, to be honest with you, you probably don't care why I stitch on it. You just want to see it. And this is where I'm at on it. So as you can see, my maiden name Hirschberger's up there. So I worked in this block doing this, and then started to fill in the bases of what goes there, just to share with you. So there's a couple deer and flower motifs that'll go in there. So it's looking good. I'm super happy with how it's coming along. This is just one, the thread is, I don't remember who it is, but it's just one variegated thread. So I'm not changing out. I'm sticking with the monochromatic, but it has the dye changes in it, which makes it look really good. The little tip tap you're hearing is since Opie went to the groomer and the other dogs didn't, they like keep smelling him and like I think they want to make him dirty. The next thing I stitched on is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. I basically finished up the border on this, and as my granddaughter loves the movie Frozen, I'm just gonna let it go, and I'm gonna show you why. Border's done. Border's not perfect. Border's done, and I can see it on here. Ugh. I am off by like 2 stitches here, and to be honest with you, I found out it's up here. One of these, instead of being 8 stitches in between, I stitched one less, so it pushed it all that way, but I am truly just letting it go. I'm not gonna unstitch all that. I am just moving forward with this piece, which is, I never got to meet Jean from the attic. I've never been to the attic, but I do embrace her always forward, never backwards. So I do unstitch if I have to, and it's going to be a big effect. But if I can be like, hey, those 9-year-olds weren't perfect back in the day, this 53-year-old doesn't have to be perfect in this day and age. The next one I'm stitched on is right here. It is Put a Bird on It. This is the sow that EJ at the Sunshine Stitchers has taken and broken down into 12 parts. And with that, it will be done in a year. And this is another modern folk embroidery stitch, but I decided to take EJ's spin and do it a little different. I'm basically doing 1,000 stitches a month instead of she perfectly just like drew lines like a math teacher would. EJ knows I love her. So I got like 700 and some stitches in on this. It's 1,000 a month, so I still owe it 300. So what I finished from last time was I had just this here and a couple of these little blocks. I stitched this whole motif. I stitched this green one and started here. This will get another 300 before I call this one a done for now. It may not have those 300 before I see you next, because though today is like recording early, I also am watching the grandkids while the kids go get their taxes done. So that is my stitching for this week. I am super excited to share a couple of other things with you. So I received my Just Cross Stitch magazine. I'm on the back end of getting it. I'm always later than a lot of people, but if you don't watch Amy Loves Toads, how sweet is this? These were her, she motto stitched these for the designer and has a complete set of that, and that is cool. And I am sure everyone knows the trick about the magazine. In the back, it shows, so you know exactly what page to go to if you're in love with something, and I am in love with something that I will be collecting and stitching. I will not stitch them now. I will stitch it sometime. It's called Nature's Journey, and the section that is currently released is Spring. And this is what, like this section right here, this just totally is, I just love it. So I'm going to collect these, and for sure we'll be stitching these. Who knows? Maybe that will be something for next year. I don't know. But along with that, talking about new starts, I have some plans. So today was my LNS get together. We do that on the second Saturday of every month. And I was supposed to start this with Chrissy, but things got hectic, so sorry. I told her I'll send her a picture. I truly am going to start it today. I just had to go pick up, they got Opie done so fast from the groomer, I have to go back and get it. So this will be started. Also, I have a couple other starts that I plan on doing on my upcoming vacation, and I have it was from the Just Cross Stitch magazine, and it's called I Will Always Love You. And then the other one is a Taylor Swift The Eras Tour one. I love it. So those are kitted up and ready to go. So it'll be more concentrated stitching, but we'll see where I get. So I am taking a few pieces. I'm taking the Love one, Taylor Swift. I'm taking my Queen of Freedom, and that may be it. I may take this because depending on what I get done before I leave, just so it has its start. But that's it. So a couple new starts. The stitching next week will be minimal, but hopefully I still have good time because it is vacation. We have 0 plans, so let's talk about that. So I'll be on vacation, so it'll be limited stitching, but still possibly stitching. I really don't know. We have 0 plans, so we're just like flying by the seat of our pants. We're getting out of this northern Indiana weather and flying to Florida. My husband asked me to go. Hey, we want to go on a vacation, and he doesn't do that a lot. He's a homebody, so I was like, yeah, we can go. He definitely gets affected by the yucky weather, so we're embracing it and going. And then that's like plans for this week. What I got into this last week, I did have the grandkids for a couple of days. It was so cute. I'm just trying to help. My daughter also is doing self-care. My son-in-law, so it's like a family thing. I mean, it's just good to take care of yourself. So basically her working out, him running and working out, and then but in order for her to go to the gym, they wanted to like tour it together. So I watched the kids for them to tour, and then I watched the kids for them to do a joint workout. So it's so cute. They bring them over here in their jammies, and I like set them up and feed them their breakfast. And then we like do routines like reading books and playing games. And I was doing like yoga with Ozzy. It was so cute. Of course, there's no pictures to be had, and that's okay. But always good for them to like hang out and come see Nana and what's going on. And again, I will have them today with my husband while the kids go get their taxes done. Other than that, I did some reading this week and watched a couple old movies that like felt good to like revisit. But the cool thing about it is like I could watch them and cross stitch because you see the tail. I could watch them and cross stitch because I already knew what was going to happen, or enough of what was going to happen that it was okay. And then the last big announcement, if you follow me, if you happen to follow me and know this already, I officially on Friday night logged on to my work computer. I'd been checking it every single day. And on Friday is when it came across and it says, you got 30 years of service. 30 years of service is what I need in order to retire with my full pension. I am so blessed that is something that a journey I started on 30 years ago, but you've heard me talk about it recently in regards to my dad's toolbox and stuff like that. And another thing like came about because of it. So that like a jogging of the memory. When I went to like make my little thing of like, oh, I've been here for 30 years. I'm also the 4th generation of Hirschbergers to work for General Motors. And somebody was like, you should probably say that somewhere to like HR. Well, I hate to tell you, my HR don't care. But I'm a 4th generationer, 3rd generation skilled trades, one of the few early beginnings of fathered daughters into skilled trades. So like there's a lot of cool things. And then somebody asked me, well, when did your line of family start working? So I came home last night digging in the bottom of my closet where I have all my genealogy stuff and found my great-grandpa's obituary. And my great-grandpa started General Motors in 1927. My husband jokingly said, oh, you could work 2 more years and make it 100 years. That's not happening. I officially retire. My official first day of retirement, it will be August 1st. So, and it's a Friday and people are like, what are you going to do? I don't know. I'm going to do a lot. That's what I'm going to do. And I hope you stay along for the ride because it is definitely a new chapter, but we're finishing this one out strong. I still have like 5 more months of work to do. And so we are on Operation Keep Janet Safe. That's what I say at work. Like when we go out on a job, I'm like double checking all my steps to make sure that I'm not putting myself in harm's way at all. So I am rambling away because I love our visits. I love this community. Thank you so much for choosing to spend time with me. I just feel like a great big hug when those messages come in. I just feel so much love from you guys and I thank you for that. So, but I'm going to get out of here so you can get on to your next Flosstube. So please keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.